Hello and welcome back. I am here in our little tiny cabin, tiny cow house, cottage. I don't know what we're gonna call it. We gotta come up with a name for it because tiny house, I don't know. I don't feel like tiny house suits it, but we'll see. So we are up here. We've been working really hard to put the finishing touches on it, give it another, we're working on cleaning it so we can give it another coat of paint. And Aaron has been working away trying to get the solar hooked up. Solar has been, oh boy, it's been a trial and a journey to get solar. We had originally purchased, well, paid for, a very large system used, and after a year, it hasn't come through. So through lots of prayer, talking with family and different companies, we were blessed to be able to buy a brand new system. We are going with Sun Gold. We will touch more on that once Aaron gets everything wired in and hooked up. We plan on doing a whole video walking through the process, but I'll show you kind of where we're at along the way and kind of what some of that looks like now. He had gotten the panels mounted to the porch bedroom edition. And we will be able to access that right where that window is. We're going to take that window and I think we're just going to move it over and put a door there, and that will go to a bedroom. And then we'll have the two lofts. This is where the boys are going to stay, and then my daughter's going to stay in the smaller one above the kitchen. And it's gonna be like the sweetest little coziest place ever. We're super pumped to get out of the camper, super excited to start this new season and year off in a new little house. It's pretty funny. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I am a thinker, and I don't know how else I'm a writer, but words just kind of come easy to me. And I don't know, I was thinking about how this has kind of always been something I wanted to do. Even when we were looking to purchase the mobile home, that whole part of our story just never made sense until our cousins came along, and then we were like, oh, okay. But even when we were in that whole process of trying to figure out what we would live in then, because all this is, we've got bigger dreams and goals. This is just helping us along the way to get there. I was like, let's do a tiny house. Like, why not? This would be so great. To me, it's less to clean and maintain. Less stuff to accumulate. It's better than a camper. Like, even though this is a shed, it feels like a house. It doesn't, I mean, it's solid, it's secure, it's a home. We just were buying a shell. That's all we were doing. We were just, instead of building walls and roof and all that, like, we just got a jump start on that. That's all it is. And it was always something I was drawn to. I was always watching YouTube videos on it and following different accounts because I'm just like so fascinated with less. Because I really do think less is more. Let's have less house and less stuff, and let's have more memories and more things to do outside and more dairy cows. But yeah, let's like live this lifestyle. But it wasn't right for the time. And now it seems a little ironic that it is with a baby on the way, but life's an adventure and we're here for it. So we have been working on this project. We started it a year ago, and things have happened along the way, but we're picking back up where we left off, and hopefully today we're gonna have lights on and running water and a large hot water heater. It's gonna be great. And I'm hoping that within the next day or two we can get another coat of paint on the walls and start moving in. Because the kids, oh man, they're pumped. I'm pumped, but the kids are really pumped. Like, they're like, we can just stay in it without power or running water. And I'm like, let's not. So I don't need to be hauling water from the creek. Like, let's just take our time and get things ready, which is a lot coming from me, because I'm the one that, like, let's dive head first into the deep end and just tread water as we go. And my husband's a little more like, yeah, let's logically think this through. So needless to say, we're super excited. I was walking around outside trying to figure out where I'm going to put some garden beds. We did not sell our property or move properties. Like, we're still on our land. But with a baby due this spring, I want the garden close to the house. I wish that's how it was the last few years. I don't want to have to load the baby up and drive to the other end of the 30 acres to get to the garden. I want to just be able to walk outside and harvest while he's sleeping, or put him in a wrap and be outside while the kids are playing in the yard, and we're all kind of in that area together. So I've been looking to see where I can put a few raised beds. I'm not going to go crazy this year. I'm going to try to make this as small and as manageable and grow just what our family needs, with a little extra to preserve. Because last year 120 tomato plants was a bit much, especially finding out a little towards the end of the season. Well, no, I found out in the middle of summer that I was pregnant, and then, you know, first trimester fun kicked in. So I'm only doing like 10 tomato plants, a couple pepper plants, and I may not even start all these from seed. I'm actually debating whether or not I'm going to, like, buy them from a local nursery and just save myself the trouble. I don't really have a place to set up grow lights, and the greenhouse, again, is pretty far away, which isn't a problem, but starting season there can be a little hard, because in our springs we still dip down pretty low. So garden season's gonna look a lot different, but it's still gonna be great. So I'm gonna take you outside. That's enough rambling, and let Aaron kind of show you what he's doing, and let him take it from there.
We'll do a full video when this is all up and running. This is all kind of like a trial and error. So we built this room, didn't really know what to expect. I'm not a solar expert, I don't know anything about it, so we're trying it.
But this just goes to show that anyone can do it if we can do it.
So what I was going to say was, I've got our regular breaker panel here for our breakers like a regular house. This is the inverter, charger, and controller. It's just like one big unit. We'll talk about the brand a little bit later on. I'm going to put a shield here. I didn't intend for this to ever be here. If you look, we're going to put a washer and dryer in. You probably can't see that. That really wasn't the original maybe intent at first with this room. And so this whole back wall was going to be the batteries and the solar panel kind of away from the water. So I don't want this inverter to get soaked. So I'll probably, and it has to have a little bit of airspace because it does have fans and stuff in there. So I'm going to put a board up here and seal the one side. In that way, if there was ever a leak, it would be simple to take it down, but it would also, the water would hit the board and run out versus soaking the inverter. I don't really love the location of this, but we'll see. We're going to see how it goes. Built this little rack to put our batteries kind of up here and make one room. Originally, we were going to make like a bath house. We went a little bit different direction, so I'm trying to put a bunch of stuff in a tiny space.
That's like the house. We're trying to put a bunch of stuff in it.
But be really functioning and simple and clean. Like I want it all to be. I don't want it to be disorderly in here.
Yeah.
So trying to make everything run, the wires tight and right, lines nice, and so that everything's simple and functional to work on is totally key. So we'll see how it goes.
I think this little place is going to serve us well. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Lord bless and keep you. Until next time.